Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video I will show you how to create table in database using primary key. Here I have a table which has 4 columns and 4 rows. ID, name, email, country are the 4 columns or field, and here ID must be unique because we know that any two ID cannot be matched for students. So here if I call the ID 01, then this full record will be shown, and I will, if I call ID 2, then this full record will be shown, and there is no chance if I call 3 and this record will be shown because ID must be unique, and this will be our primary key. So primary key, the primary key constraint uniquely identifies each record or row in a table. Here constraint mean some specific rules for a column or field. Primary keys must contain unique values and cannot contain null values. That means primary key which must be unique, that cannot be matched, and that must contain data. A table can have only one primary key, and in the table this primary key can consist of single or multiple columns or fields. wtschool.com. To create this table I have to give this SQL instruction: create table name, then column 1 data type, column 2 data type, dot dot dot, and finally the primary key. Here create table student, I will give the name student for the table. ID int, data type is integer, and that will not null, so not null is also a constraint. Name varchar, size is 30 and not null. Here I can give all the column not null if you want. Country varchar 30 and primary key will be ID, and I can give multiple primary key if I want this. Then email can be another primary key, so email. So you can write this way if you want to give multiple column as primary key. So I just want to give primary key as ID, so just ID. Now I want to open jump and create this table. Here I have already created a database named college, so click on it. SQL. Here create table student, ID int not null, then name, then email, then country, and primary key is ID. Create table student, ID int and not null, then name, data type is varchar, size is 30. It shouldn't be null, so I can use not null properties. Constraint. Then email, then country. So this is it. Here you can see I have typed varchar lowercase here and uppercase here. This does not matter in SQL because it is not case sensitive. Uppercase and lowercase doesn't matter for any constraint or key values. So click on go. So the table student has been created. Click on it. ID, name, email, country, and go to structure. Here you can see a key, so it is the primary key. And action, here is also the column about primary key is given. Here column is ID. So if you want to create another table manually, then click on college database and here click on it, create new table. Create new table is here student 22 and column will be 4. So click on create. First is ID integer, then the second is name, data type is varchar, and length or size is 30. Third column was email, varchar, and length was 30. And fourth column is country and length is 30 also. Save. So click now, select, you have to go to select that table and go to structure and select ID, and here now give this ID as primary key. So click on primary. You can see ID is addressed as primary key. That's all. Thank you everyone.